What's up, hockey fans? Welcome back to the channel. Grab a double-double and pull up a chair because today we need to talk about something that sounds like an absolute work of fiction. For the first time in what feels like a million years, the Toronto Maple Leafs are sitting pretty with the #1 overall pick in the NHL Draft. I know, pinch yourselves, Leafs Nation. It's 2026, and instead of chirping about missed wildcard spots in April, we're actually talking about who's going first overall in June. It's a beautiful thing, eh? But with great power comes great anxiety. According to a killer preview piece from the folks over at Sportsnet, the front office has some massive decisions to make. Are they keeping the pick? Are they trading it? And who on earth are they going to select? Let's drop the puck. First off, let's talk strategy. Sportsnet's latest report says that General Manager John Chayka is keeping his cards pretty close to his chest. When asked about the #1 pick, Chayka basically said they are highly likely to just keep it and make the selection themselves. Now, we all know how the NHL Draft works. The second you hold the first overall pick, every other GM in the league is blowing up your phone. Chayka admitted the trade offers are rolling in, but he also made it clear that unless a team comes back with a package that is absolutely ridiculous, like a "we're blowing up our entire roster and giving you the moon" kind of offer, he's not biting. So the expectation is that Toronto is staying put, which means we need to look at the big three prospects who are likely to be wearing the blue and white on draft day. Let's start with the crown jewel of this draft class, Gavin McKenna. If you haven't been watching this kid play for Penn State in the NCAA, you are missing out on an absolute beauty. McKenna is a left winger with elite, generational offensive upside. The scouts at NHL Central Scouting have him at the very top of their boards for a reason. He's got the vision, the hands, and the IQ to see the ice like nobody's business. Think about the current Leafs roster. With Mitch Marner's era in Toronto coming to a close, there's a massive void on the right side of the offense. While McKenna is a left shot, his playmaking ability is so off the charts that he could easily slide in and quarterback the top power play unit. He's the kind of guy who can take a pass in the neutral zone, dangle through two defenders, and top shelf it before the goalie even knows what happened. If Chayka wants a pure, game-breaking offensive star to bring the hype back to the barn, McKenna is your guy. But hold your horses, because there's another massive name in the mix, Ivar Stenberg. Now, a lot of draft analysts are actually ranking Stenberg #1 over McKenna, and here's why. The kid is a complete two-way force. While McKenna is the flashy offensive wizard, Stenberg is the guy who plays a heavy, responsible 200-foot game. He's incredibly strong on the puck. He back-checks hard, and he doesn't turn it over at the blue line. For a Leafs team that historically has been chirped for needing to play a heavier, more responsible defensive game, Stenberg is the ultimate plug-and-play option. He's physically mature and looks like he's already ready to grind it out in the corners at the NHL level. If the Leafs want a safer, more complete forward who can contribute on both ends of the ice right out of the gate, Stenberg is the pick. Finally, let's talk about the what-if scenario. What if Chayka gets a case of the trade itches and decides to move down in the draft to stockpile assets? Enter Keaton Verhoeff. Verhoeff is a right-shot defenseman out of North Dakota, and he is an absolute tank. He's got the size, the reach, and the physical maturity to shut down top lines immediately. If the Leafs decide that their defensive core needs a massive injection of size and grit, Verhoeff is the target. If Toronto trades the first overall pick to a team desperate for a forward, they could easily land Verhoeff at, say, #4 or #5, plus a haul of first-round picks. It's a classic trade-down move, but if it means getting a top-4 stay-at-home defenseman who can clear the crease and lay out massive hits, a lot of Leafs fans would be totally fine with that. So, there you have it, folks. The Leafs actually have the #1 pick, and the options are mouth-watering. Do you take the offensive magic of Gavin McKenna, the two-way reliability of Ivar Stenberg, or do you trade down and grab a massive defenseman like Keaton Verhoeff? I want to hear from you in the comments. Who are you drafting at #1? Let's get a debate going down below. If you enjoyed this draft preview, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your hockey buddies. Until next time, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll see you in the next one.